PrimeBid has the capability to import a vendor database. The vendor databases have a lot of information in each one of the existing records. There is company information, contacts, user-definable information, DBE information, sections of work, which can be one or more sections, regions, customers, notes, and history. The first 5 tabs of information can be imported into a new vendor database or into an existing vendor database from data. The method of importing the information is to pick the Edit Vendors Imports template to help define the information that's in your data file. If your data file was a CSV file in Excel, it would have data or fields in each of the columns consistently, and those columns can be defined in order so that the information can be imported into the correct field. We could pick, for instance, the company name, company phone. I can double click them, or I can go in and single click and click the add button and put the field over here. There are many fields that are importable into the system from your external source, and aligning those fields in order is a matter of putting them from top to bottom as they appear in your file from left to right. We can always move a field up or move a field down and rearrange the ordering of the fields in the import file. If it were a CSV file, we would use the field delimiter as a comma. Typically, if it's a text file, we would use tab as the field delimiter. We would save this import template, giving it a file name, and it would then be used during the import process. To create a new vendor database, we go to the Vendors menu and pick New Master Vendor Database. That gives us a blank database, and we hit the Import button on the right-hand side. We will be asked what is the file name to be imported. This is the CSV file. We would browse for it on the hard drive, select it, and its name would appear here in the window. We would use the import file format, which has a specific file extension, which is one like the one we were just working on that had been saved. We will use some of the options like skip first one line of data if the file has a field identifier row at the top of the file. And we can see what to do with duplicate companies. Duplicate companies are set up on the basis of having matching phone numbers and fax numbers, and then PrimeBid will only import one of them and combine the data from the second one into the first one. Once we've selected a file name to import and a file format, the import button will light up. We could click import. That will fill in the fields and to this database. When we leave, we would then do a save, name the vendor database, and close out of this window. That vendor database would be available for use in PrimeBid. Typically, companies' vendor databases are maintained on a network drive. Sometimes they are located on the user's local hard drive. The ability to import these databases is very easy. You can also export information from an existing vendor database by picking the Export Master Vendor Database option, picking a format file, or just like we did for the import file, select the fields in order with the delimiters that will be exported and show up in a worksheet in that order from left to right as the fields are selected and put in here from top to bottom. Information can be moved around into PrimeBid and out of PrimeBid for the vendor databases.